Hi guys, I hope you've been enjoying your pet shop project so far this week. Today you're going to have a look at figuring out how much to pay your employees or your workers, and you'll be doing that by reading some worded questions and figuring out the answers. So I've got a worded question up on the board here, and it requires me to find the key information to figure out if I'm adding, if I'm subtracting, what numbers I need to use to then be able to find my answer. And a way we can do that makes it really easy to remember is to use this acronym here, and I've attached it for your assignment. It says cubes, and each letter in the word cubes prompts us to do one thing to be able to solve a worded question. So for C, in cubes, it stands for circle the key numbers. So when I'm reading through my worded question, I need to find any key numbers that really stand out and that are important, and I'm going to circle them so that I've got that information. It's a good idea to read your worded question one or two times anyway, just so that you've really understood what you're reading and know what the question's asking of you. So the worded question here is, Bill earns $5 per hour. He works for 2 hours on Mondays. How much was he paid? So I'm looking for those key numbers and circle them, and the $5 is a key number for me, standing out, and he works for 2 hours, and that's standing out to me as well. So the numbers I've got, my key numbers are circled. The next step is U in cubes, and that means underline the question. So what is it actually asking me? Where is the question mark, and what do they want me to figure out? They're asking me, how much was he paid? That's where my question mark is. So I need to underline that. That's what I'm trying to figure out. How much was Bill paid? Then I need to move on to my B in my cubes acronym, and B means box any math action words. So that means, are they asking me to divide, take away, plus, or times? So Bill earns $5 per hour. He works for 2 hours on Mondays. How much was he paid? There's no word in here to tell me to add or subtract, but I know that if he's paid $5 per hour and he works for 2 hours, we need to figure out how much. So the how much here, and I box it in, that tells me that it is an addition problem. I'm going to put a little plus underneath it because we're trying to figure out how much altogether. E in cubes means evaluate. So what steps should I take? So with this information that I know that he gets $5 per hour, he works for 2 hours. On Mondays, doesn't really matter. I need to figure out how much he's getting paid. So I know I need to do 5 2 times. So I could write this, and I'm going to write it down so I know it can show my thinking. $5 for 1 hour plus $5 for his second hour because he works for 2 hours. And then I need to go down to my S section in my cube acronym, which means I solve and check that I've got the correct answer. So 5 plus 5, this is my double or my partner to 10 strategy, and I know that is 10, and we're working with dollars, so I'm going to write it here. So Bill earns $5 per hour. He works for 2 hours on Mondays. How much was he paid? He was paid $10. Let's have a look at a second question, guys. This one's going to be a little bit more complex. So I'm going to read through it first, and then we'll work through the cubes acronym to solve it. Bill then works for 3 hours on Sunday. He earns $11 per hour to work weekends. How much did he make on Sunday? So let's pull back that acronym here of cubes so we can work our way through it. My first step is C, and I need to circle the key numbers. So Bill worked for 3 hours on Sunday. He earns $11 per hour to work weekends. How much did he make on Sunday? I found my 2 numbers there. Underline the question, so I'm searching for that question mark again, and it's fallen at the end of the question again. How much did he make on Sunday? That's what the question wants me to figure out, so I've underlined it. B, I need to box in any maths action words, and again, I know that they want me to figure out how much altogether. So those action words here, how much, tell me that I need to add some numbers together to figure out how much money he earned. Evaluate, I need to figure out my steps. So the last time around, Bill only worked for 2 hours, so we added the two numbers together. But this time he's working for 3 hours. So I'm going to need to do 11 3 times over. Now, if I'm in grade 2 or 3, I'm going to write this as a repeated addition. So I'm going to write it as 11 plus 11 plus 11. And I'm going to be able to solve that. If I'm in grade 4 or I'm grade 3 that I'm feeling like I would like to take on a challenge, I could write this as multiplication problem. I could write this as 11 times 3. They're both going to give me the correct answer, and you can choose the strategy that works best for you. For me, I'm going to solve this top one first, my repeated addition of 11 plus 11 plus 11, and I'm going to use my partitioning strategy to do this. I think it's easier if I think of these numbers as 10 and 1, 10 and 1, 10 and 1. So I can skip count by my 10s, 10, 20, 30, and then add my 1s on, 31, 32, 33, and that's going to give me the answer of $33. The same thing would happen down here. I know my 11 times tables. I can skip count by them. So I will have 11, 22, 33. I can write that down here as well. And my answer is correct. So I'd love you to work your way through the worded questions that are underneath the headings for your grade. So if you are a grade 2, have a look at the grade 2 questions. Same for grade 3s and grade 4s. And then there's a challenge for any of those grade 4s that should take on challenges in their maths. Remember to choose your best fit and work to that level, and don't forget to have a look at the section at the bottom. There's a section for everybody to have a go at as well, no matter what grade you are in. Don't forget to have a look at your CUBES acronym. This is attached to your assignment so that you can go through the process of solving those worded problems. Maybe use a different colour like green or blue that can stand out so you can see what you're circling, underlining and boxing. Have great fun, guys. Can't wait to see your work.